gentlemen, Kane Holloway.
God. Oh, I don't deserve that at all. How's everybody doing? I gotta tell you, I feel like I'm bad luck. That's what I'm convinced of. That's okay, great. Thanks for coming to the show. That's what I believe. I don't like making decisions because every time I do, it never works out in my favor. Like at the beginning of 2017, that's when I was like, all right, I've been going bald long enough. It's time to just get rid of it and walk this earth a confident, shaved head, white guy. Yeah. And then midway through 2017, the KKK tries to make a comeback. What the hell is with the timing? If I'm in a Home Depot and it even looks like I'm heading towards the tiki torches, my career is over. You guys understand that? This goes nowhere. I gotta clarify every move I make. I can't buy linens, that's over. Lumber, gasoline, not at the same time. And maybe I'm building a gazebo in a hurry. Don't take my picture. I'm getting married this year, and yeah, pretty stoked. I'm actually nervous about getting, it's another decision, and I hope it works out. I asked my mom some marriage advice. She's been married 20 years to my stepdad. I mean, that's 2 decades on her second try. That's not bad, so this is my mom's marriage advice. She's like, honey, a solid marriage is where the wife has all the control, okay? And the husband thinks he's in control, but we got you locked down, and you're not going anywhere or doing anything. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Mom. You realize that Mark is sitting right there. He can hear you. And she's like, I know. Did you notice how he didn't say shit? What? Hey, maybe I'll wait. And my fiance too, like, I'm nervous to marry her because she's out of my league, way out of my, and I didn't know she was out of my league until we got together, and people would just tell me that, which is nice. Friends, family members, strangers. I don't think I'm ugly, but she's so hot that when we're out in public doing couple stuff and strangers see us, they shoot me a look like, hey, is this a Make-A-Wish? How the hell did this go down? Are you an internet billionaire? Like, why do I gotta be rich or sick? Why can't she just love me, She also, like, cares about people. Like, she's a better person because I don't understand that aspect of her life. Like, she spends all of her day on the internet. So if she even hears stories about puppies or babies being mistreated, it ruins her whole day. She spends most of the day sobbing, and then it becomes my job to make her feel better. And all I can muster up is, hun, we don't know them. I just don't give a shit. I can't, they're not me, you know what I mean? I don't know, it is kind of weird from the outside perspective. If you look at us, I could see how people would be like, they don't mix, because she's such a lively, lovely, warm person, and I'm like this irritated dummy. Like if we were the office couple, and you had to describe us to the new guy on his first day, you'd be like, have you met Kane and Kelsey? They're our Jim and Pam here. Oh, no, I haven't. Which one's Kelsey? Oh, Kelsey, she's this lovely, you see that beautiful blonde woman over there? She's telling really funny, interesting stories to all the coworkers. She's surrounded by people because she listens to them and genuinely cares about them. Yeah, I can't wait to meet her. Which one's Kane? Oh, Kane. He's that irritated bald guy near the vending machines all by himself. And you notice he's trying to flatten out his dollar bill, and he keeps calling the Coke machine a cocksucker. Wow. Well, She's a lucky lady, I'll tell you that much. I just don't want to, I don't want to fall into that marriage trap, where you end up getting married, you get really comfortable with each other, so comfortable that you end up hating each other's guts, and then the only time you guys have sex is on someone's birthday, Is it somebody's birthday today? Holy shit. Saddest laughter you've ever heard. The worst part is begging for sex. Oh God, the begging. And who does the begging? The wife? Does that ever happen? You ever see a wife beg for sex? Or even beg for sex like a man does? You ever see a wife pull her pants down and then mush her vagina into her husband's face? And be like, get down there, it's my birthday. What do you mean you're tired? That's never happened, ever. And I figured out why there's no longevity in sex in a marriage, because the dick is too annoying. It's too accessible. It's like that friend who calls you all the time, whenever his number pops up on your phone, you're like, this fucking guy. That's what a dick is. That's a dick. It's annoying. Get a hobby. My dick's annoying to me. I don't understand how women have to deal, because it's always just being shown to you, press up against you. Sometimes we just open a jacket. Don't forget, But I hate mine. I don't even get morning wood, middle of the night boners. Middle of the night. What do you want? I don't have any energy for whatever the fuck this is. I don't need. And I try to roll over on my stomach. It's like having a kickstand on my body. Motherfucker. I just want to sleep on my belly. And I'm not even having any sex dreams. That's the worst part. I'll be dreaming that I'm playing checkers with Nelson Mandela. I wake up, I'm rock hard. What the fuck? What does that mean? He's beating me? There's nothing hot about it. But then, we crave the vagina because it's just so, so magical. Which is a weird thing to call a vagina. But it is. It's like a Swiss Army knife. It has all these functions. Dick has one function. Look at all the things that you can do to a vagina with consent. Shouldn't have to say that. Look at you can have sex with it, right? You can go down on it. You can hide stuff in it. Where's my phone? This still blows my mind. I'm 32 years old, but this blows my mind that women have babies. I don't know why it blows. There's a fucking a baby with It's the end of a Looney Tunes cartoon. That's how life starts. It's the most pain a human being can go. This is why it blows my mind. The most pain a human being can go through. Women are the only ones that have to go through with it, and it's hours of pain. Hours. Takes all day. And then when it's finally over, not only are you not mad at the baby, you actually want to see and hold the baby. Hey, give me my baby. Why? Fuck that baby. Okay? Right? How is it? Why? And then it's not over, because then the doctor has to come back and stitch you up. What the fuck, man? He's got to stitch you back up? And then a few days of Kegel exercises, that thing's back to normal. It's practically brand new. If you flicked me in the balls right now, I couldn't ride a bike for 2 weeks. So I don't know how you do it. It's insane. We are too comfortable with each other, though. We are getting to that place where we don't hate each other yet, but it's definitely getting to a point where it's getting kind of gross. I don't know what it is about women whenever they're in a long-term relationship, and then they turn to their guy and then they say, hey, you're my best friend. And that's when you start shitting with the door open. What is that? Shaking your head no, you don't do it. Not me, her. I think you misunderstood the set. Should I do the setup again? No, She looked at me and said, you and I, besties, forever, right? And then she just swung the door open and took a shit. I don't understand, what is the correlation? I don't shit in front of I don't shit in front of Corey. I love that guy, but I'm not gonna fucking... I just referenced a guy that the listeners don't know anything about. Okay. The host. But it's just a weird phenomenon when women, and Miss, do you shit with the door open in front of your, this lion with his beautiful mane of hair? How old are you? 72. You're 72? Look at that guy's fucking beautiful hair. I'm 32, man. I look like a Q-tip. Jesus fucking Christ, look at you, you're beautiful. I bet you guys fuck a lot, don't you? You guys just roll around the house, just fucking. We're late for the show. But you don't shit with the door. I wouldn't shit in front of this guy either. Look at him. Is your last name Escobar? God damn it. I don't understand that idea, because it's funny because women will shake their head like, I don't shit with the door open, I'm a woman. But my mom does it in front of her husband. My sister does it with her guy. And I didn't realize that was a thing. It's really jarring when you come home and you see that, I thought a homeless person was broke into my house to take a shit. I'm like, I got a gun, motherfucker! Kelsey, what the fuck? Why is the door open? And I recognize, like, she's perfect in a lot of ways. Like, I've hit the jackpot with her, and I thank my lucky stars that I met her, and I'm a lucky guy in that respect. However, not only was she shitting with the door open the other day, she was completely naked when she was doing it. Now I just have a toddler running around in my house. What the fuck is that? Completely naked. She went from this beautiful blonde bombshell that I somehow tricked into falling in love with me to this big-titted golem squatting in my house like, don't break eye contact. What is that? I'm originally from Seattle and I moved here to LA. I saw the hottest married couple when I moved to LA. It was a little bit of like, they're on my vision board. what I want us to be like. They're incredibly sexy. Like the guy, like they've been married 8 years. I know everything about them. Married 8 years. They both met and work in the same gym that I go to. And the husband, this dude is like an avatar. He's like 7 feet tall, but he's not lean like most tall guys are. He's still cut and defined. He looks like somebody stitched a bunch of pit bulls to a pine tree. He's just fucking... He looks like the day he was born is when he just punched his way out of the Earth's core, and then he tamed a wild horse, and he rode it with no saddle to the first LA Fitness that was hiring, and then they just gave him the job. And this dude's beautiful to look at. And as far as I know, I'm not gay. However, I get nervous around this guy. I'm like, what's up, Steve? I follow him around the gym. I get close enough to smell the guy, and hazelnut coffee. It's the weirdest thing. He doesn't drink caffeine. I love him. And he's so funny. He's just so, he's adorable. I wear tight shirts whenever I'm around. I get really slutty around Steve. I can't help myself. I love that guy. I write his last name in my binder. And his wife is just as beautiful, and she's just as tall. She's like right here on him, right under her head, top of her head, right underneath his cheekbone. And she's like tan all over. She's got these bionic woman legs, these 12-pack, these Sarah Connor arms, just specific arms to know. Like, I fantasize about those two fucking when I'm alone. And I'm not even in the fantasy. I would ruin it with my bald head. What are you guys doing in here? Anybody want any Sour Patch Kids? I bought too many. Dude, when they fuck, it's gotta be like when Transformers fight. You know how Transformers, they just run at each other full speed naked, and then they go crashing around the house. Sparks are coming off of both of them. You're not sure who's inside who. It doesn't matter. It's in 3D. Mark Wahlberg's there. My sexual fantasies get really intricate. I like everybody feels this way, but I like the first year of the relationship. I mean, that's the money year. And we all know that, but I mean, that's the year. This is what I realized about, we've been together 7 years, me and my lady, about to get married, and I realized what the first year is. That's when women did whatever we said. That is, it's the whole, they're playing chess, and we don't know we're in a chess match. It's kind of, just think back to when, the first year when she agreed to every single, you want to watch that movie? That's fine. I think you have great taste. You want to watch whatever I want to watch? Yeah, you can watch sports, you can play video games, I don't care. I'll just sit on this side of the couch. I won't even talk to you. You're not going to talk to me. Nope. In fact, if you want to watch the game at the bar with all of your buddies and get hammered with them without me, that's fine too. I don't need you. Yeah. I love when you go get drunk with your friends. Your best friend Jay, who you think is so funny and you spend all of your time with, I love that guy. I hope he never gets killed in a car accident. Wow, that's oddly specific. And when you come home drunk, hammered off of Jameson, and you smell like menthol cigarettes, my favorite version of you. And you can still get it up. You can tie me to the bed, and I'll blow you like a clarinet. How does that sound? Well, this all feels like a trap. But I'm too horny and dumb to give a shit, so let's do it. And you ladies know by doing that, you know that we're going to go back to our friends and our family and our co-workers. If we get pulled over, we start telling the cops, anybody who will listen to us, so we could be like, she's the one. She does everything I say. She likes all the same things that I like. We never fight, ever. And she sucks my dick. Dude, it's fucking all the time. And she says she'll always do it, forever. And I don't see how that's tricky. So I'm going to marry this girl. And that's when you ladies are like, fuck it. This is who I really am. And I ain't doing any of that shit anymore. I'm kicking the door open. I'm shitting in the house. And you're just like, who are you? Why are you wearing my sweatpants? You ladies are like crocodiles. That shit's not fair. I don't know how to hunt a crocodile. You ever see how crocodiles hunt their prey? They don't run. Tiny little legs. They know their limitations, so what do? They sit and they camouflage themselves into the water so no one can see them except other crocodiles. They just have their eyes poking out the top of the water, scanning the horizon, looking for weak prey. And guys are just unsuspecting wildebeests. We just want a drink. That's all we're there for. We want to stick our tongue in something. That's it. Hey, is it okay if I drink here? You can do whatever you want, buddy. You can do whatever you want. And if you come into the deep end, there's fresher water, and I'll suck your dick forever and ever and ever. I didn't even know water could do that. I'm going to commit to this watering hole and this watering hole only. And that's when you ladies are like, and then you grab us by our neck, you drag us into the bottom, you rip our spine out, and this guy's already doing it, the death roll. Oh, the death roll. This dude just does the fucking, everybody knows the death roll. Oh, you're going to have another beer? That's the old death roll. You should have been manager by now, and you do the death roll. Dude. You had Chipotle at 4? God damn it, I told you dinner's in a couple hours. It's just like death roll after death roll after death roll until we're fucking dead. So I can't wait to marry her. It's gonna be great. I gotta work on my anger too. Is that apparent? Here's how I hate nerds. I don't really know how to segue into this joke. Here's how I know I'm not a nerd. Because I like sports and I like superhero movies on this even level. I don't know enough information about either subject to take a stance when nerds debate each other. I only know what I like. Like, I think The Dark Knight Rises is a good movie. Anytime I say that in public, nerds, who I don't even know, beeline it right for me in this attempt to debate me, and they come at me with this nerd confidence. When did that start becoming a thing? Nerds and confidence? Anybody who starts a sentence with, well, actually, that's a fucking nerd. Who's attempting to ruin your day by proving you wrong. Well, actually, in episode 3, Senator Palpatine, what are you talking about, Jeffrey? There are girls here, man. Shut the fuck up. And this is what the nerd didn't like about The Dark Knight Rises. This is right when the movie came out. He was like, I was talking to some friends about how it like blew my mind. And this guy comes up and he's like, well, actually, the director failed to realize that if Bane, the villain, can't take his mask off, then how does he eat? Did you say exactly? Is that what you want to see, miss? You want to watch Bane eat? This is man versus food. I was so confused. I'm like, are you fucking with me, man? Is that your Rotten Tomatoes review of the movie? There's nothing but chaos going on in that entire movie. Chaos. Like when Bane comes to Gotham and he kicks the shit out of Batman. He breaks his back and then he fucking punches the mask off his face. Then he blows up a football stadium and the bridges so nobody can get in or out of the city, and then he hides a nuclear bomb somewhere in Gotham. You're telling me that after he's done doing all that, the movie would be Oscar-worthy if they cut to a scene where Bane is at a Denny's eating a Grand Slam, you fucking idiot. He's just sitting in a booth with 8 of his cronies. He's got the mask pushed up to his forehead. He's like, these eggs are delicious, brothers. Our cholesterol rises. That would make the movie weird, all right? But now, every time I watch The Dark Knight Rises, I'm just sitting on my couch going, well, fuck, how does he eat? God damn it. Fucking nerds! Sports nerds are just as bad. You ever listen to sports nerds? I love sports, but you just... Sports nerds like to talk about every sport, every player, every generation of player. They put it all into one conversation. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just sitting there the whole time when they start off with football. They're like, well, actually, dude, it's good that Tony Romo bowed out and retired. He's a choke artist. He's worse than Tim Tebow, who's just a glorified running back. I mean, his passing yard average is worse than Sean Fagan's batting average, which is somehow worse than Lou Gehrig's batting average after he died of his own disease. I mean, think about it. If Cain Velasquez is going to jump into the ring with Anderson Silva, he's going to get his ass knocked out. Who had more knockouts? Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had more knockouts than Michael Phelps had gold medals, or Lance Armstrong had nuts. Now, let's think about it on an emotional level. Look at Tiger. Look at his short game. Did she take his money and his talent too in the divorce? I mean, what's Phil Mickelson going to do? I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to tell Kobe to start passing the ball more often. I'm getting tired of this ball hog shit. That's why LeBron went to Miami in the first place, started the Dream Team, which is horseshit because Magic Johnson never did that. That's how he cured himself of AIDS. And I'm just sitting there the whole time like, yeah, but how does Bane eat? God damn it. I quit drinking a couple years ago. Yeah, fuck, every time. Why doesn't alcoholism get the respect? Alcoholism just doesn't get the same respect. I've been opening up about getting sober in my act, and when I tell comedy club audiences like in the South or the Midwest, they boo me just like those motherfuckers over there did. I don't get it, because alcoholism is a disease. It destroys people's lives. It rots you from the inside out, physically and mentally. And when I tell people, they're like, what? You don't drink? How does he drive? Boo! What a pussy. If I told you guys I was giving up heroin, would you be like, oh shit, is that why he's wearing sleeves? Good for that guy. I'm no fun to drink with. Here's how you realize you're no fun to drink with. When you quit and you start telling people in your life and none of them are surprised by the information. That's a real low point when no one's shocked. I was hanging out at a bar with my buddy Mitch, and this dude loves to get hammered. He does not discriminate at all. Like, he'll pour booze into a dog bowl just so he has a friend to get drunk with. And I'm at the bar with that dude, and he's like, first round's on me, what do you want? And I'm like, oh, I'm not drinking anymore. And he's like, oh my God, that's a good idea. And I'm like, you're not gonna miss your drinking, buddy? He's like, who, you? Kane, I'm gonna have 3 whiskeys, bum all my cigarettes, and then cry on the Uber ride home? No, I'm not gonna miss that lady. Jesus. I never started any fights when I got drunk, but if something was funny, I just went for it. I didn't care what people thought of me. Like, I used to work in this warehouse that was right next to this bar. So pretty much every night, me and my crew would go to this bar to get hammered. And we're at the bar one night. It's like 1 a.m. And we're out in the smoking area. And my buddy Brian, who's like the best looking out of all of us, tall, strapping dude, and he's talking to these 2 girls. And he starts telling them these stories about how he's the greatest bar fighter that's ever lived. Yeah, I don't know why they would give a shit, but this he's captivated the entire room. Everybody's listening to him but me, because I'm so hammered, I'm trying to figure out which side of the cigarette to light. You ever get that fucked up? You just keep flipping it around in your mouth like, where's the filter? God damn it, I keep tasting tobacco. So I'm using all of my focus to get this cigarette lit. And when I finally do, I'm able to rejoin the circle, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I can see that Brian is just pontificating about what a great bar fighter he is. He's the Mike Tyson, this side of Seattle, and all the coworkers are like, yeah, Brian's the man. Don't fuck with that guy. And the girls have like this giggly smile on their face, like, oh, I hope he picks me. And so I'm seeing this scenario play out, and the only thing running through my head is, wouldn't it be funny if I just bitch slap Brian in front of everyone? That would be hilarious. But you can't just slap somebody out of nowhere. That's assault. You know, you gotta, comedy's all about timing. So, and it was tough to pick my moment. It was tough to get to that place because I was wobbly Mortal Kombat drunk. You know Mortal Kombat, where it's the end of the fight and you're just waiting for the other guy to finish you? You're just like, come on, man, stop button mashing and do it. So I zero in on Brian. Brian makes direct eye contact with these girls, and he goes, all right, so if at any point it kicks off, stay close to me, because I'll keep you safe, all right? Because when it's on, and I don't hesitate. The girls smile and look at each other. Brian puts his cigarette in his mouth, sees me, and winks. That's when I cocked back, and I bitch slapped Brian so hard, his cigarette exploded in my hand, but I had swung so aggressively, I had tripped myself, I'm falling into the grass, and I am laughing my dick off. It's one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. To this day, even right now, that's still the funniest fucking thing I've ever done. I'm laughing for a couple reasons. One, I set a goal, and I met it. So, I'm pretty proud of myself. And 2, when I look up to see everyone else's reaction, no one else is laughing but me. That made it even fucking funnier. You know, like when you go to a movie with a big group of people and you're the only one that likes it? You're just sitting there like, they don't get it, I'm a genius. That's why I don't drink anymore. I also can't get high anymore, too. Drunks can't transition into weed. To be drunk, alcoholics can't become stoners because you don't drink the same way you get high. I overdid it, dude. Anytime I smoke weed, I get super paranoid, scared. I was so high one time, I got scared in the middle of telling a story. I'm telling the story, and all that's happening in my head is like, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna be okay? Do I make it by the end? Can't function drunk or high. I'm barely functioning sober. I got a lot of anger issues. But for really minute things, I feel like I do pretty good in a relationship, especially now. But I hate birds, as an example. I hate them. And I don't even really know where it comes from, but I can't stand what's this maneuver? What is this jerky crack withdrawal vibe that I don't trust. That's not trustworthy behavior. If you saw a person out in a corner fucking doing this shit, you'd cross the street or you'd call somebody, but a bird gets a pass? I don't think so. I don't mind when chickens do it, because when chickens do their head thing, it's not aggressive. It just looks like they can't find their keys. They're like, where the fuck did I put my goddamn... I came in over here? Shit, I fucking knew. Come on. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck them too, but I don't mind this. It's this crazy, like they're listening for the cops. Shh. Ha. I don't like when you make eye contact with a bird and it just it pops its eyes out of its head, then it tilts its neck. It's like it's trying to control your mind or get you to kill yourself. Right? I don't trust, anytime there's a flock of them over your head, you gotta run to your car before they shit on you. Like, they don't like you either. I don't think people who like birds say they like birds. People who own birds, how do you like your bird? Look at the way they treat their bird when you're over at their house. And they're like, you wanna meet my bird? Check him out, he's in his cage. He loves it in there. Like, just running your finger over the bars like you're a corrupt guard with a nightstick. Fuck. I start to feel bad for the bird. Has anybody ever heard a parrot talk ever in their life? I've never heard it. I'm 32 years old. I've never heard it. You have? You heard a parrot? What did a parrot say?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Because it's not real. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. I think it's like that Yanni Laurel thing, where you hear something and people hear, oh, the parrot talked. And I hear something completely different. Because when I was a kid and you heard there's an animal out there in the world that can talk like a human being, that's the only thing I've ever wanted to see my whole life. And my buddy Rob got a parrot. And I was so excited. I ran to his house and he was like, all right, dude, check this out. It's awesome. His name is Max. All right. We taught him to say bread. When he does, we give him bread. It's dope. Check it out. Max, say bread. And then Max would go, ah! What the fuck was that? That was the worst sound I've ever heard. Why are you giving him bread? What the fuck is happening? Why are you rewarding this behavior? I hate them all. Like, if I could own any bird, I'd want to own a duck, though, because ducks are real low maintenance. They don't give a shit. They just cash their unemployment checks, and then they just go chill on. I could sit on a park bench and watch a duck float on the lake like old boats, and they just talk shit to other ducks. They just quack. That's all they got in them. Coolest thing about a duck, too, is a duck will pop its head into the water. It gets a signal and then it's down there. And I have no idea what it's doing down there. It's like hunting for food or cleaning its dick. I have no idea. But it'll be down there for like 45 minutes. Do you ever notice how long a duck has its head underwater? It's for so long. But when it's finally done, it just picks its head back up and it's like, whatever. What the shit? Is it a Navy SEAL? How does it know how to do that? You've never seen a duck put its head into the water for an hour and then come back up and be like, oh, God. Oh. How long was that? You didn't time me, mother... All I think about. I feel like whenever I'm filled with rage for when other people are doing stuff, like stuff that makes them comfortable and it bothers me, that seems selfish, right? Like I should maybe, work on that. But sometimes I feel justified in feeling the way I feel about another person. And then you guys make the call, all right? I was on a plane, and I was sitting we were on the tarmac, and it didn't even register that I was sitting next to anybody because we were both minding our business, chilling, till we got in the air. Because as soon as we were in the air, this guy makes his presence known, all right? He just unclicks his seatbelt, and they didn't turn the sign off. Is he a czar? You wait. He clicks it, and then he rainbow tosses it my direction, like that's mine. Here you go. And then it hits my leg, and I'm like, strike one, but keep it cool. You're on a plane. Let's not get on the no-fly list. Then he gives himself a nice wide berth, where now he's stretched out his legs, and his knee is touching my knee, and he's wearing shorts, and I can feel, and his leg hairs, he's got these strong leg hairs that are now poking through the holes in my jeans. It's like sitting next to a spider I can't find. But then he's not done. He's still going. He pulls out an iPad. He starts watching a television show with no headphones in. And my gut instinct was like, hey, let's cut his throat. Or why don't we just huck him out of the plane midway through the flight so he can think about what he did on the way down? You know? Because what kind of bullshit move is that? Do you own the plane? Are you Jim Boeing? You fuck? Why is this happening? And it was a flight from LA to Boston, which is 6, sometimes 7 hours, depending on weather. You're gonna watch that show with no headphones the entire 7 hours. You're gonna do that do you go to the library and read out loud too, motherfucker? Nobody wants to listen to this shit. Nobody wants to listen to you binge watch the Gilmore Girls, okay? So put some fucking headphones in before I tell you what happens to Lorelai, all right? I love that show. Based on your guys' reaction, I feel justified. I know where all that anger shit comes from, too, because I had a psychopath for a dad. My dad was out of his fucking mind. That was gnarly. He always gave me... He was... I've been going bald since I was 13. And... Yeah, okay. Yes. 13 years old, and he never let me forget about it. Constant ball jokes my whole life. Like, you know, on a kid's birthday party in a normal family, you know, you'll put the kid up against the wall on his B-day, and then you mark the top of the wall to see how tall the kid's getting every year. He'd do the same thing to me. He'd pull my hair back to see how far in my hairline would go, and then he'd mark that like I was the middle of an oak tree. He also gave me shit for being gay, and I'm not gay. He would just think it loudly when I was a kid all the time. Didn't matter what I did. I told him I had a crush on this girl in my chemistry class, and her name was Corey. That's all he heard. All he heard was the name. He's like, Corey, oh my God. You're probably gay. What was weird is he didn't say it like he hated gay people. He said it more like, this isn't what I ordered. Do you have anything else? This is it? Great. And that gets in your head, especially when you're a kid. Like, I started thinking I was gay, and I just hadn't caught up because, you know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, you put your parents on this pedestal. They can do no wrong in your eyes. They're like these superheroes, all-knowing, all-seeing, can do anything. And so when that person is saying you're gay, you don't think, oh, it's his homophobia going crazy. No, you think, dude, this guy's gaydar is so on point, even I don't know I like dick. I'm unaware. When I see a naked man, I throw up in my mouth, but maybe I just need to look a little deeper. You know what I mean? What an asshole. He hit me too. I have to canvass the room. Did anyone else get hit? Man, whew. My pops used to whoop the shit out of me. And I was trying to figure out how to make child abuse funny. Not in general, my child abuse. But we'll see how this goes. Anytime my dad, I think I figured out what makes it funny. Anytime my dad would get that mad that he would whoop the shit out of me, this eye would go lazy. His right eye would get, It was like the eye didn't want to be a witness to the child abuse. And it would happen every time after his favorite phrase, which is, "I'm so mad, I can't even see straight." And then that thing would just bob off. And then he'd start swinging. You think it's bad getting hit by your parents. Try getting hit by one who looks like he's not even taking it seriously. He's just fucking googly-eyed fucker. So that's the guy I grew up with. So then that kind of puts you in a position where, like, comedy is a natural progression for me. Like, I fit perfectly into stand-up. When I found it, I was like, thank God. I had something to do. But, like, now that I'm 10 years in, and I think it's ruining my ability to have social skills. I have zero filter going on. And then I surround myself with other comics. Comedians don't know how to say I love you. The only way we know how to do that is to shit on one another just for the laugh. Like, my best friend Jay, I started with the guy, love him to death. He's like a brother to me. We've never once said something nice to each other, I don't think ever. He's part of the reason I shave my head too, because the way my hair grows is the front grows like these dead leaves that just sort of pop. They kind of pop out and then immediately fall, like an experiment, like a seedling that doesn't get any sunlight. And then an oscillating fan or just a soft gust of wind will blow it right off of my fucking head. And then the back of my head grows really thick and froze out, and it looks like I cut an afro in half and then glued it to the back of my head. I look ridiculous. I don't really know that. I just kind of check myself. I'm not ready to give it up yet. Walk into the comedy club, and there's Jay. He's surrounded by all these other comics. And as soon as he sees me, no hello, no pleasantries. He just looks at me and he goes, "Jesus Christ, Kane, get a haircut. You look like the guy that molested you." I'm like, Jesus Christ. And for most people, that's the line. Hey, watch it. And I'm just sitting there going, good one. God damn it, he got me. So that's the type of environment stand-up is, right? And I knew it was ruining my brain because you can't talk like that to normal people. Like, if this wasn't a comedy show and we were just, like, if we were at an art gallery or something and I just went around and I just started fucking shitting on all you people, you guys would whoop my ass. But so that's how it goes. Like, if I see you and I like you, I want to make fun of you, and normal people aren't set up in that environment. So I'm living in Seattle. I'm with my fiance, and we're both deciding, like, we're gonna move to LA, but she wants to have this big going away party. I want to have all of my girlfriends over, all of your buddies over, and we're going to do this we're going to pre-funk at the house, and then we're going to go bar crawl in our favorite spots around Seattle. I'm like, cool. But all of my friends are comics. They're all going to be late. They're out doing sets somewhere. All of her girlfriends are normal people, and they're beautiful women who I'm sure don't get made fun of on a regular basis. And they're in my house doing girl shit. They're painting each other's faces, and they're trading each other's clothes, and they're talking shit about their best friends, and they're doing shots, and it's just me and the girls. And I'm drinking, and I'm in comedy mode, and the drinking makes it worse. And I see my girlfriend's best friend, Kelly. She's the first one done. Beautiful, ton of confidence. And my first thought is, let's take this bitch down. So... And again, I love Kelly. So I'm like walking up to her, all excited, and I start scanning her clothes for what to make fun of. Like I'm a 12-year-old Terminator. I land on this big belt that she has. Now, they're probably out of style now, but this thing, I thought it was a joke because it was ludicrously oversized. It started at the bottom of her boobs, ended at the top of her vagina, and then the belt buckle was the size of a semi-truck steering wheel. It looked like a melted down riot shield. And so I walk right up to her, again, no hello, no pleasantries. I'm like, Kelly, my God, that is a hell of a back brace. Are you helping somebody move later? She's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I'm like, whoa, take it easy, Floyd Mayweather. I'm just wondering why your belt's so big. I got her twice. And she had no comeback. You've never seen somebody so sad and confused in your entire life. You've never seen it. It took her 3 hours to get ready, and in 10 seconds, I fucking ripped it all down. And most people would probably see that reaction, stop what they're doing, and apologize. Not me. I was walking around my house like I was Conor McGregor, just in my fucking whipping my arms around. You don't know how to fight? You shouldn't have walked into the octagon, motherfucker. I've never been more proud of myself, right? It's the Brian bitch slap all over again. So I go into the bedroom and I'm changing and I'm texting Jay. And I go, hey man, when you get here, you gotta see Kelly's belt. It's the most ridiculous thing you'll ever see in your whole life. Also, when you get here, the door's unlocked, so you don't need to knock or anything, just walk right in. Send. Right as I press send, that's when my fiance Kelsey walks in to the bedroom. And I've never seen her more mad at me. She's like, why? Why would you talk to Kelly like that? She feels horrible. And I'm like, Jesus. Is she upset that I keep making fun of that horse saddle she's got wrapped around her waist? When we get to the bar, should we tie her to the post out front so she doesn't go wandering off? She's like, it's not funny. She's crying. Now how do you feel? You made a girl cry. Ooh, the big man making a girl cry. She doesn't want to go out anymore. Some of the girls don't want to go out, and she wants to throw the belt away. Yeah. That's how I felt. Where I'm like, that's horrible, but I fucking got her, all right? I fucking nailed it. I've never made fun of somebody so much they wanted to throw something away, all right? I'm pretty proud of myself. But I did mess up the night, so I got to make it better. So I walk into the living room, and she's like slumped over on the couch. And some of the girls are like huddled around her in this semicircle, and they're petting her. How's that helping? I don't understand that. You look beautiful. Get your fucking hands off me, right? That's how I'd feel. So I see this and I'm like, oh my God, Kelly, I wasn't trying to make you cry. That was not my intention. I'm really sorry. And she's like, no. Fuck you. You're bald. You got me. And I listen, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, destroy your character, nothing like that. I was treating you like I would a comic, someone I respect and love. That's how I talk to them. And I'm realizing right now my mistake. I realize I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb of me. You're gorgeous. You're a 10. If I wasn't engaged to your best, which is not the point or important, never mind. What I mean is, every guy that's going to see you tonight, they're going to have nothing but compliments for you. I promise you. I'm the only dummy that would say something stupid like that. So come on, stand up, please. Give me a hug. First round's on me when we get to the bar. Let's start this night off on a different foot. So she stands up somehow. I don't know how she did it. Because no ab workout. You know what I mean? Like, there was no ability to bend. The physics didn't make any sense. But she somehow floated to the top onto her feet. We get together, we hug, and one last time, I say, you look beautiful. And we pull back, and she says, thanks. And as the S is coming off of thanks, that's when Jay walks into the living room, and he's like, what the fuck, Kelly? Finally decided to get your scoliosis fixed? We never saw her again. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so very, very much. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I'm no fun to drink with, here's how you know, I didn't know I was, okay, I'm fucking this up. Take two, all right. It's fun to record it. It's fun to record an album because you're like, I can't do any callbacks. All right.